I never imagined that one night would change everything in our quiet village of Umudike. I was just a young nurse doing my duty when I stumbled upon a secret that would unravel a chain of events no one could have foreseen. It started with a missing placenta, a sacred part of a newborn spirit. What seemed like a simple theft soon revealed something much darker. Our chief doctor was accused, a mother's worst fears were realized, and whispers of witchcraft spread like wildfire. Ifeoma was known for her radiant beauty and kindness that lit up the entire village. Her marriage to Chibuzo, a humble farmer, was celebrated with great joy, and soon after, Ifeoma became pregnant with their first child. The whole village eagerly awaited the arrival of this blessed child. In Umudike, the arrival of a newborn was a sacred event, steeped in tradition and spirituality. It was believed that the placenta held profound significance. Elders said it was the child's spiritual twin, protecting the child from evil spirits. The placenta was usually buried by the father in a secret location to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, where it could be used for witchcraft or evil purposes. This sacred duty weighed heavily on Chibuzo's heart as he prepared for his firstborn's arrival. On a rainy night, Ifeoma went into labor. Chibuzo rushed her to St. Mary's Hospital, the only clinic in the town, where Dr. Oluchi, the head doctor, awaited. The hospital was known for its excellent care, and Dr. Oluchi, a stern but compassionate woman in her 50s, was highly respected. As thunder roared in the sky, Ifeoma gave birth to a healthy baby boy named Chinedu, meaning God leads. Joy filled the hospital room, but this happiness was soon interrupted by a strange occurrence. After the birth, as was customary, the midwife carefully wrapped the placenta in white cloth and placed it in a small marked basket. The basket was then handed to a nurse named Amaka, who was to hand it over to Chibuzo for the sacred burial. However, when Chibuzo arrived to collect the placenta, the basket was nowhere to be found. Panic set in. The nurse Amaka swore she had placed the basket in the designated room. The hospital staff searched every corner of the building, but the placenta had vanished without a trace. Whispers spread like wildfire among the villagers present. Who would dare steal a placenta? Is this the work of witches? Could it be an omen? Fear gripped the hearts of many, for the placenta was believed to be a powerful object, capable of both blessings and curses. Dr. Oluchi, determined to maintain her hospital's reputation, launched a thorough investigation. She interviewed everyone who had been on duty that night, but no one had seen anything suspicious. The hospital's cleaner, Mama Ejima, an old woman with sharp eyes and a quick tongue, mentioned seeing a shadow moving around the maternity ward earlier, but she couldn't identify who it was. Rumors began circulating about Mama Ejima herself, as some villagers believed she had hidden powers and often muttered to herself in unknown tongues. Meanwhile, Chibuzo and Ifeoma were beside themselves with worry. Ifeoma, still weak from childbirth, was haunted by nightmares of her baby being cursed or falling ill. PWE must consult the village chief and the elders, she said to Chibuzo. Only they can help us now. The next day, they visited Chief Ugona, a wise and elderly man who had led the village for decades. He summoned the council of elders and performed a divination ritual to seek answers from the spirits. After hours of chanting and throwing sacred cowries, the chief spoke in a low, grave voice. The spirits are restless. They speak of deceit, of betrayal from within. Someone close to the hospital holds the secret of the missing placenta. This revelation sent shockwaves through the community. Suspicion fell on Amaka, the nurse who last had the placenta. Despite her protests of innocence, the villagers pressured the police to detain her for questioning. But as the days passed, Amaka maintained her innocence, swearing by her ancestors that she had no part in the disappearance. Her family, disgraced, begged for the truth, but no answers came. Then one fateful evening, a revelation came from the most unexpected place. Mama Ejima, the hospital cleaner, was seen whispering to herself near the shrine of Ani, the earth goddess, as she often did. A young boy who had been playing nearby overheard her and ran back to his parents. The next morning, the boy's father, a known gossip, spread the word. Mama Ejima said she knows where the placenta is. She said the spirits told her. The villagers swarmed around Mama Ejima's small thatched house, demanding she reveal what she knew. Cornered and frightened, the old woman confessed, "I saw a shadow that night, a shadow that looked like Dr. Oluchi. She was holding something in a white cloth, and she went towards the forest." This accusation against Dr. Oluchi, the respected head doctor, caused an uproar. Could it be true? Was Dr. Oluchi, known for her charity and healing, involved in such a nefarious act? Some villagers defended her, while others believed that power could corrupt even the best of people. As the tension mounted, the hospital's board suspended Dr. Oluchi pending further investigation. Dr. Oluchi, shocked and hurt by the allegations, swore her innocence. "I have dedicated my life to this community. Why would I steal a placenta? What gain would that bring me?" she lamented. She claimed she had left the hospital immediately after Ifeoma's delivery and went home to rest. However, with Mama Ejima's statement and no alibi to prove her innocence, her words fell on deaf ears. Days passed, and the situation grew more dire. Ifeoma's baby, Chinedu, developed a mysterious fever. His cries were endless, and nothing seemed to soothe him. Desperation clawed at Ifeoma's heart, and she decided to take the baby to a renowned herbalist in a neighboring village. The herbalist, an old man with deep wrinkles and a gaze that seemed to pierce the soul, examined the child. He then spoke. "The child's twin, his placenta, has been taken for a dark purpose. If it is not found soon, the child will weaken, and his spirit may depart." The villagers were terrified. The pressure mounted on Dr. Oluchi to confess, but she stood her ground, maintaining her innocence. Just as it seemed all hope was lost, fate took a sudden turn. A young nurse named Ada, who had always admired Dr. Oluchi and had been troubled by the accusations, decided to investigate on her own. She noticed that another nurse, Neka, had been acting strangely ever since the incident. Ada followed Neka one night as she left the hospital and headed toward the outskirts of the village. Hidden among the bushes, Ada watched as Neka met with a strange man dressed in dark robes. They exchanged words and Neka handed him a small package wrapped in white cloth. Ada's heart raced. Was this the missing placenta? The next day, Ada bravely confronted Neka. Under pressure and in tears, Neka confessed the truth. She had stolen the placenta. She explained that her own child had been gravely ill and she had visited a sorcerer who promised to heal her child in exchange for a fresh placenta. Desperate to save her child, she had taken the risk, never imagining the chaos it would cause. Ada, shocked but empathetic, brought Neka to the elders. The confession sent ripples of both relief and outrage through the village. Neka's child had indeed been cured, but the price of her actions was steep. The elders deliberated for hours, torn between justice and mercy. Part 2 coming soon. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share and drop me a comment in the comments section. Also, do not forget to turn on your notifications bell to get notified when I upload another beautiful story. Until next time, remain blessed.